Hey, we're on to the last activity, and then after this, we're going to do the resources for Moodle. But resources are typically just a teacher-driven thing, so they should be a little bit quicker. The student-driven things can get complicated, and this one especially. Okay, so what we're going to be doing now is the workshop. The workshop is a peer review system set up inside of Moodle. So it's really, really intense. I'm just going to show you the setup part. To go through the rest of it could take quite a long time without just getting screenshots, because you have to have students submit information, and then you have to, as a teacher, you have to set it up, get ready for submission, have students submit, then go to the next phase, which is assessment, have students assess each other's work, and then after that, go to the next phase. So it's quite complicated. Well, not complicated, just lengthy. It is really worthwhile, because you're hopefully going to get students to first look at somebody else's stuff in terms of looking at a rubric, and get, maybe as long as the rubric's set up well, getting a deeper understanding of the information and a deeper understanding of what they did as well as what you did. One of the big things to see here is that there's 2 grades. Okay, you get a grade for submission and you get a grade for assessment. So you get 2 grades, and you can set up the grades to pass. All right. The next part of this is, and you have to choose the grading system, which you can't see right now, but it's accumulated grading, comments, number errors, or rubric. So if you had a rubric, you could just use the rubric. I'm just going to go with accumulated grading. Submission settings. You can see that you have the instructions for submission. Please submit a sentence about yourself. Okay. And maximum number of submission attachments allowed. So you've got all these different things. This has to be filled out, though, because it's kind of the instructions. And then you have the assessment settings, which is, please use the criteria discussed. However you want to do it. Oh, well. Then you have feedback, which you can have feedback for when everything's done. You could put example submissions into. It's like you could teach the students how to audio. So I'll just go back really fast because I lost my audio. You can provide feedback at the conclusion. You could do examples to allow students to learn how to grade really well, and then all the typical things. So when we hit save and display, you'll see you've got this lovely little thing which puts you through the entire process. This is like your flow chart to the end. So you did this, you did set the workshop description, provide instructions for submission. We have to edit the assessment form next, which is the description. We have to talk about the aspects of what they're looking at. So we'll just put test it and leave those 2 blank and say save and preview. So we can say test, grade, and we can give overall feedback. Okay, so then we can go back to that. That's done. Now we go to switch to the next phase, which is the submission phase. So you can see you slowly set it up, and as it works your way through the process. It is really powerful. Look at some of the attached, the link to the Google Doc. They go through all the different, or not the Google Doc, the Moodle Doc. They go through all the different phases. It's a really good one. So that's where I'll stop, because there's better information than I can do in the short amount of time I have. Okay, see ya.